Hi Aspen, it's Fancy, and I'm looking at your design and comparing it to what you said in the post. And I think overall, you've definitely made some progress. I think it's interesting how you've kind of maintained this background pattern of squares. I'm going to come back to that. So um, what I'm looking at is you say you have focal points. I almost think that they're um, more points of emphasis because they, start off white and, appear to gradate away from themselves. Start out dark and gradate to light. Start out light, gradate to dark. And then there's some contrast, the way that you broke it up. So what I would immediately do before you make any changes is go into File and down to Save As and save this version intact, and try some experiments on a digital copy of this one. So don't make any changes to this version of the file. Copy it and make some changes to a copy of this one. So to grade it across, you need equal value contrast, just like you achieved in your scale. So I don't feel like you have equal value contrast. This goes light, medium, dark. That's not too bad. We'll come back to that. But this one is like dark, but and then kind of a subtle jump to this gray. So there's a much bigger contrast between here and here than there is between here and here. So this would have to move a bit lighter, and maybe this lighter still. It looks like you're trying to gradate within these divisions too, which is fine. So kind of from light grays to through darker grays, and from very light grays or whites to through darker grays, medium grays, darker values here. So that creates a nice movement. These two pathways are very similar. I don't know if you meant for them to be, separated. Right now they look like a large double visual pathway, and I don't think that you want that. This is kind of nice because it's reciprocated. It starts out light over here and moves to dark, and this starts out light over here and moves to dark. So maybe you want to do the similar kind of thing here. What happens if we go light, light gray, dark, and then back to, and then you could reverse the order. So then dark, and then dark gray, light. I almost think you could build in one more area of one more emphasis, and that would help you kind of break up this area here. It's not a mirror image because it's not a pattern orientation exactly, but it does have, it feels like a strong pattern orientation, but it doesn't take on that characteristic in the formal definition. Like you have a point of emphasis here, and then you have one over here. So it feels the approximate symmetry is really strong. Maybe you could shift these around a bit, maybe shift this whole thing kind of up into here and make room for another point of emphasis in here. This one I would normally discourage you from kind of having these pointed corners right at on the edge of your picture plane. I might move that slightly up and out of the picture plane so that we complete it through closure. Again, I might move this, shift them around so you have room for one more, and that would help you know what to do with this space besides what you did with it. So give those some thoughts. Again, keep this intact. If you have time, try to make some changes to this one over here, a duplicate that you would make of this file, and just keep this intact in case you want to go back to it. All right, you have made progress. You just need to push it a little bit further.